of Onic, they really need to look for the snowball. CW getting the lead in that gold lane, getting the turrets done, and instantly swapping their lanes to control the neutral objectives. For Blacklist, it's a little bit of a brawl.
Well, what about you, Wolf?
I think that it's easy for me to say that it's going to be Blacklist to take this one because this is very standard. As I'm looking at their heroes, pretty normal, like I said. Right? That's the expression that we're looking for, and that's the expression that fits this one. However, Onic Indonesia might be prepared for this, but you can never really go wrong if you're going for Blacklist International.
Well, that's true. Is it going to be standard? Is it going to be preparation? One way to find out. It's Onic versus Blacklist International in a best-of-3. Let's play this one out. Edward as well as Boots just taking their time. Boots doing a really good job overall, winning his trades against Edward and trying to zone him off of the wave.
Yeah, the main reason why I prefer Onic Esports draft over the Blacklist International. Sure, Blacklist did get their comfort picks, but what you need to put into this game is those winning lanes, man. Firstly, that top side, 100% guaranteed to win the lane, all right? Uranus will not be able to be a threat up until he gets to those power spikes, and that's a little bit late to the game. Secondly, you already have such an aggressive jungler in the Paquito. Sure, it can be nullified by the Barrett, but with the side lane pressure coming in by that pop ball and the high loss, additionally also the kill pressure from the Selena, I feel like they can control the map much easily.
Speaking of kill pressure here, CW getting good trades against Oheb as Oh My Venus is going to back him up, and they're going to fully commit on towards CW here. Who's going to get the first blood? Popo and Koopa at a trade against each other. Keyboy manages to get there in time. That's going to be a Razor. First blood going in for Onic Esports here. Oh My Venus taking a good... Oh, is that going to kill?
Goodness.
Oh, yes, it's Keyboy who pulls it off.
You can see CW picking up the Weapon Master, and he manned up against both Oh My Venus as well as Oheb. The idea is you always just poke out the Beatrix and you're going to have a better matchup. Also, he flickered to the north, and I love that play coming up from CW, outplaying two of the members of Blacklist International. Surely he died, but he was still alive when Oheb fell.
Yeah, and what we need to take into account for is the wave, right? The wave was really good for Onic Esports. They were able to zone away the members, and again, it's going to be Oheb bullied, shut down in the early stages, just like the keys to victory. And look at what CW is doing, using that, and look!
Oh My Venus, he's getting punished here. Oh, but he manages to stop Drian's Feathered Airstrike just in time. Nicely played from Haji, saving Oh My Venus. You don't see that happening too often, but Blacklist plays very tightly together.
Look at this. Outer turret energy shields out, as well as 30% HP left on the turret in the bottom lane. That play coming out from Sans. Yes, he wasn't able to secure the turtle for Onic Esports, but they have secured a turret at 2 minutes and 45 seconds with just a trade. Oh my God, macro plays, man.
Really, really good. They're just abusing the fact that, you know, Popo and Koopa just likes to hit turrets.
Yeah, this is what I said, all right? On Esports, I've seen them play this so many times in MPL ID, and this is exactly what they like to do. Look at where the Popo and Koopa is going. Right after they get the turret on the bottom side, sure, go and get your neutral objectives. We'll get pressure on the map, so the later neutral objectives will be all controlled by us. The side lane is the name of the game, and with these heroes, like the Uranus, it is going to just completely get bullied out.
Oh, look at this lane switch from Onic very early on, but they want to really push and maybe get some gold into Boots and some EXP to CW, as right now CW doesn't even need more gold because he already got a turret for himself.
So far, it feels like Onic Esports is just a little bit ahead of the motions. They know what Blacklist wants to do, and they're taking preemptive measures here. Abyssal Arrow does land on Oh My Venus, but Nibiru's Passion going to zone them away. Keyboy losing 50% of his HP, but here comes the rest of the squad. Paquito and Farsa very nearby here. CW taking a good bit of damage, but there is no wave to continue on this dive.
Interesting to see that the Selena was last picked by the side of Onic Esports after the fact that they already saw the Barats as well as the Rafaela. Normally, well, at least before, we see the Selena being first picked by teams and answered by a Barats as well as the Rafaela. The Barats having the resilience from the big guy makes it so that you can tank up the arrow, as well as the Rafaela healing any arrow target so that when the team that picked up the Selena overcommits, they can easily punish. Onic Esports still pick up the Selena despite the fact, and that makes this draft so interesting. So far, so good though for Keyboy.
Adaptations are being made here as Blacklist International looking to try to get on top of this turtle, but so far they're just waiting for Onic to get priority first. They need to have that vision. Feather Airstrike coming on towards Haji's side, but he manages to stop Dream, bringing him down with the Yin Yang over there and 50% HP. Glorious pathway, going to be locked down with the Law and Order. Haji's already dead. down, and Oh My Venus might be next on that chopping block as Wise and Edward chasing Sands down. And there they go. They find Oh My Venus. Daytona's welcome doesn't land on anybody. Boots manages to flicker out just in time. Oh, that's gonna be an Abyssal Arrow on towards Edwards here. Does he have the concentration? No, he does not. He might be in a little bit of trouble here, but can he take out Keyboy just in time? No, Keyboy makes sure that Wise is hit by the Abyssal Arrow, and now the backup is here. Drian with the feathered airstrike and a zone off doesn't pick up the kill.
Oh, wait. Look at the mid lane. Onic Esports already took down the turret. That is how quick you blink and you lose your turrets. Blade of Despair now picked up with the Weapon Master of GWS. There will be a kill in the mid lane. You cannot let go of the map if you're Blacklist International. Don't overcommit to fights. Don't be overcommitted to your sustain, because if you blink, you're gonna lose turrets.
Yeah, and this is exactly what I said. Onic Esports, they went to the bottom side. They got the turret down, right? Turret is down on the bottom side, so the push is gonna be much more in favor of Onic Esports. They get the pressure in that bottom side, goes to the turtle, uses the turtle as a distraction, and just scrambles it away. You can see Blacklist, they wanted to group, but what did Onic do? They made it. They isolated the members via the map pressure they put onto the map, and look how they're playing it again. Blacklist, they're getting caught out every place, every single lane.
Yep, they're trying to defend as much as they can, and I mean, so far it feels like Blacklist in for. Oh no, Sans! Is he gonna get it? Wise manages to get the Daytona's welcome just in time. He should be able to walk away from this, but Sans, he's not happy with this. He's gonna fully commit the amount of time enough for the cooldowns to come back off.
3 turrets for Onic Esports. I'm really just surprised at Blacklist International. Before that play, they were actually closing in the gold, and there's not much that Onic Esports were able to build despite them getting 3 turrets. But now it has changed. Onic Esports, with all of the tier 1 turrets down, this just means that they will have more map control, particularly in that mid lane. Losing that mid lane tier 1, it's really not that good for Blacklist International.
I mean, look at the momentum coming out from Onic, their objective plays, and now we're going to be looking over towards Turtle side to see whether Blacklist International actually want to commit to this or just let this go. They have to make a decision now.
The thing is, for Blacklist, is that they literally don't have pressure anywhere on the map. The bottom side is going to be in favor of Onic Esports, top side as well, and the side laners. Like this, you see, they try to open up the map.
Yep, and Oh My Venus, there's nothing much he can do. He's dependent on his tanks to walk up into towards the brushes, but that does mean that Feather Airstrike has already been coming out from Gian and Sans. I mean, you know, it's Paquito. As they all start moving forward here, Abyssal Arrow coming through. Nobody gets hit so far, but a great Yin-Yang overturn coming in from Haji combo with Nibiru's Passion. They bail out with a glorious pathway, and Turtle going over to Blacklist International. The plays have been made. Turtle slain by STB. Oh, Daytona's welcome going to be locking on towards Sans. Here he goes down.
Oh, and that's exactly why Blacklist are so scary. You can get the lead, but they are just so composed. They know how to play the game, and they're going to force their playstyle onto you.
You see that? It's falling like dominoes now for Onic Esports. They have lost 2 of their members with a wonderful initiation coming out from Haji. Touted as the MVP machine already. Formerly known as the KDA machine, now is the MVP machine. So far has been really good for Blacklist International. You see, Onic Esports, they just lost 1 fight, and then eventually they lost Sans. They lost 2 buffs in their own side of the jungle, as well as a mid lane turret. Now, Blacklist International in the lead.
1.5 thousand gold lead for Onic. Nope, it's 1.5 thousand gold lead for Blacklist instantly after 1 fight, turning the entire gold lead around. But Onic, they do still have some things to play for, all right? The thing is, for them, I mentioned it before, they are a very snowball composition. If they don't get that snowball, honestly, Blacklist International, they can't just keep on looking for these fights. Onic, what they need to do right now is isolate Blacklist International. Again, these heroes are not good for the all-out team fight. You have the Selena, you have that Popo and Koopa. Use your strength, split up the map, and get the picks.
Completely agree with you on that one, as Blacklist International clearly is the better team at team fights. Not only with their draft, but with their execution as well. You saw how well they maintained their position despite them like losing parts of the map, and they have real focus on these objectives. So far, 3 turtles going in favor of Blacklist International. 3 turrets as well. They have equalized already. And whatever Onic Esports built in the early stages, it's all down the drain.
Well, speaking of which, Keyboy losing his position, allowing Blacklist International sit on top of Turtle. Is Onic Esports going to contest?
Oh, it is the Lord this time. It seems like just with the positioning of the members of Onic Esports, not likely for them to contest. Well, it's just the level 1 Lord anyways. Not much that they will lose if they do give it up. But at the same time, they just need to farm up right now. I wonder what they're waiting for. Maybe maybe the winter truncheons on their mages.
I mean, they don't have to, but we're looking at the adaptation coming in from Onic Esports. They make the decision to get a split push and get a tier 2 down on that bottom side as Turtle has fallen.
It's an okay trade. It's an okay trade. Definitely better for Blacklist International, but at that point, Onic, they really can't go for these contests. Again, Blacklist with their composition, they are going to be able to dominate every single neutral objective, and they need to be careful right now. But Onic, they are still pulling the punches and going in. That's half HP taken out of Oheb.
Yeah, I mean, but there's no real commitment. They're just waiting for the Lord. If they fight now, it's really not going to mean much and could hurt Onic Esports more than it should.
I was actually surprised the Blacklist International did not get the kill onto CW. If I was looking just at the minimap, the pincer maneuver was already perfect, but I guess with Sans just positioning himself well, he helped CW get out. He did commit the flicker, but at the same time, he got a farm in the bottom lane anyway, so all is good for Onic Esports for now. They still will be, it will still be super difficult for them to defend against this first Lord push against Blacklist International if they miss out. But then again, they have this Farsa. If Drian isn't as smart as he is, this will be an easy push for Blacklist International.
Oh, speaking of which, my Venus is going to take the Abyssal Arrow here. They're looking for something, and Daytona's walking. Can get onto Boots? No, it doesn't land just yet, as the rest of Onic is going to start backing away, looking for space. It's going to hit on towards Edward here, but so far, coming in, Renner is doing some good work. Lord is trying to crash on through. If they can get an inhibitor, this would be a big win for Blacklist International as they continue the siege. It's not exactly going into anybody
Able to give to Onic Esports.
And the thing is, right now, for Blacklist International, what they need to do is, again, just clump up to 5, just push every single side lane, and that's going to be GG easy. Onic, they really have the harder win condition to follow through here in the late stages of the game. You need to get them to, you need to be able to isolate Blacklist, but at this point, they don't need to be isolated at all.
Well, Blacklist International, the classic ultimate bonding experience, we see them. I always say that the UBE time, or the UBE time, is always around the 7-minute mark, and boy, did we see that in the mid lane fight. If we look back 5 minutes before, that was the fight that they were able to win, and eventually they took over. You see them really take advantage of when they group up. They punish heavily when their opponents slip up, and Onic Esports had a major slip up in that mid lane. However, though,
speaking of slip ups, Edward's now in some trouble. Ooh, the concentration. Ah, is the magic worship going to kill him? No, he manages to survive through all that damage. That's really nice as Wise gets hit by the Abyssal Arrow. They steal away the purple buff, and things are all fine and dandy, except this Daytona's welcome is going to connect on towards high loss here. It's going to be the drive attribution, going to be dropped down to slow things over. The Holy Healing can only do so much as the Beer's Passion tries to push him away. Edward manages to get on out of there. Boots is going to be on the chopping block instead.
That was beautiful by Blacklist International. It looked so good for Onic up to a certain point where Boots was the target. Blacklist used all, and I really mean all, the resources onto him, but Onic, they didn't pull the trigger. They were scared. They didn't have the resources to come back from that fight, and the Feather Airstrike was already used way too early in the fight, and that is the reason Blacklist went in, but Edward!
No, he already goes down towards a Feathered Airstrike. You don't want to see that, but they still trade Edward for an inhibitor. At least they got something despite not having a Lord at that time.
Back-to-back skirmishes, we saw Oheb really stepping up. He was the one to take out the turret, and also was the one to snipe Boots when he was trying to run away with that ultimate. Really on point with this sniper, this runner coming out from Beatrix. And Onic Esports, they did surprise Edward, who dashed in and really just took that arrow coming out from Keyboy. But that wasn't enough for Onic Esports to defend their inhibitor up top. The second Lord, the Enhanced Lord, that's the most important thing. And they want to take advantage of Edward not being here yet.
I mean, they've got some form of position. It's a little 50-50 as Blacklist starting to exert more pressure towards the mid turret, the mid brush here so far. It's a nerve-wracking situation, and both sides just holding on strong. Blacklist still with a very clear lead, but more importantly, they're at the 42K mark. They have an item power spike for their carries.
Exactly.
Onic is respecting that so far. Edward going to be clashing against Boots so far.
Sans is too far.
He's too far. He really can't do much. But now they've got the Feathered Airstrike onto multiple targets. Lord has been taken away by Blacklist International. Killing spree coming in, but Boots, he's trying his absolute best here. It's going to be Drian finally kill on towards Wise as the rest of the team is going to be chasing down the Onic members one by by one. Edward doing a good job at splitting up this fight, but he's just way too tanky. And again, tank problems front to front, like Mirko said.
Yeah, this is the problem for Onic Esports. The reason being like how Blacklist International were able to win these fights is because of that Uranus now. We said it before, Uranus in the early stages, very easy to just take him down and shut him down. But in these late stages, he becomes an absolute monster. And the front line is just too tanky, too sustainable for Onic to melt.
Yeah, Haji has his eyes on Drian. Yin Yang overturn already popped to try and one-shot him.
Oh my goodness, you can see that with Blacklist International, just Haji focusing on canceling that Feathered Airstrike. Be a defense from Onic Esports, but boy oh boy, Blacklist International did take advantage once again. As Onic Esports were kind of disconnected in that Lord retake. We're trying to go for a steal, but Sans was too far away, and Blacklist International actually identified that Sans was not in the vicinity. That's why they rushed through the Lord.
Makes sense here as Dream once again getting hit by the Yin Yang overturn, getting canceled, gets one shot this time by Haji. It's going to be wise, but the Holy Healing is going to allow them to stay topped off here. Ooh, this is so brutal as Onic Esports would look to be a good initial fight in the early game, now struggling to come back here at the later stages.
Oh, boy. He feels that he can get a kill on the off. In fact, he does if he does lands the stun, but already with the immortality, this is going to be massive for Blacklist.
Yep, they're going to be taking their last inhibitor here. Edward absorbing the damage, but CW taking a huge chunk. Haji wants to take him out. No Yin Yang overturn this time around. Nibiru's passion comes on through to take out Selena, but Wise, unfortunately, not able to get the Daytona's welcome off on towards any targets.
This is insane. The defense and the aggression from Blacklist International, it doesn't even feel like a 7,000 gold lead at that fight, right? Sure, the map shows that a 7,000 gold lead is present, but that team fight right there, honestly, I'm surprised that Onic is able to defend that. That was a very good siege, and they've already lost their high ground potential in Drian. Now, let's take a look at the items. Let's slow it down a little bit. What happened in this few minutes? The 7,000 gold lead, what has Blacklist been able to get?
Well, they did have so much tankiness on Edward as well as Wise. Look at their item pickups. They're very tanky. And you can see that Edward really just focusing all defensive items, just the Enchanted Talisman, and look at Oheb with the Blade of Despair, the Demon Hunter Sword, as well as the Malefic Lord. The Sniper is just way too much for them to handle. And so far, Oheb has been on point with the ultimate of the Renner.
I mean, it's brutal to see, but yes, he's got to take advantage of the fact he's got so much damage and he really needs to start targeting these squishier targets. Not to mention that Keyboy being overall, he's not even building defensively.
Yeah, the thing is, on the Selena, there's no real point of going for the defense, right? You gotta go full all out. That is a high risk, high reward hero. You picked it, you gotta go full in, you gotta commit onto it. Because right now, Boots, he is your main frontline, but do you see the damage coming in from that Beatrix? It absolutely just melts Boots away. This is battle of the front line. It's a front-to-back composition in this fight. But what Onic really wants to do is pick. The thing is, when you have 3 inhibitor turrets have been taken down, you have no choice but to group up. And now they're going to go try to look for some picks on the map.
Well, the conceal's been popped as they look towards Edward. He's trying to get him out of there. He used the Purify very early on, as well as the concentration. He might be in trouble. He finally goes down. But Blacklist International, they're not going to make too many big moves here. Onic, take the pick. Go back into base. 8 seconds for this Lord.
Ooh, the heist of Onic Esports. Wait for the conceal play. It's actually pointed in the right direction. It's a very good setup. As now they will have a little bit of a breathing room. And this is also timed with the Lord spawn. So maybe that was the idea for Onic Esports. You know, coincide that kill onto Edward, who has been split pushing into the Lord take. But Blacklist International still wants to fight this. They actually have full Lord, but they had to reset it. 17 seconds before Edward respawns. Maybe they have bought enough time.
Sans needs to take, Onic, they need to commit onto this right now. This is the time. It's now or never. Remember, if Blacklist gets the Lord, it is going to be all over. Let's see what happens here, Gideon.
Yep, Feathered Airstrike has already been popped. It's gone cooldown so far. Edward still isn't here. As Blacklist International playing this slow. Glorious Pathway already on. Boots is going to be right into the middle of the fight, flickering forward, but it's going to be unfortunately locked out. Daytona's welcome, buying enough time, but Wise goes down in the process. They're going to be continuing their fight as Oheb has done a massive job here for the team. Haji going to be good. Drian in trouble, running away from Edward here, but Oheb, oh my goodness, unable to look for the target he wanted. Keyboy takes the damage.
Okay, so I'm gonna nerd out a bit here as Blacklist International is slowly taking the Lord. Oheb actually poked and focused onto that Koopa, and the Onic Esports had to spend 5 more seconds for Koopa to respawn, and Oheb actually knows that that CW was hiding in the bush, pops his ultimate right before the 5-second mark, so that the uptime for CW was really deterred, and that allowed Blacklist International to have a better move. However, Onic Esports, great jump and great composure coming out from Boots, trusting his teammates to jump. Drian focused by Haji, but ultimately survives that, and this is like a mini battle between all of the laners, like the gold lane versus the gold lane, or versus CW, as well as Haji versus Drian, just trying to outplay each other. And it is a pretty even fight between these two teams.
The macro game has been insane. Yeah, have you seen Blacklist International? They've reset this Lord 3 times now because of the waves that Onic has been able to control. Even without inhibitors, this is impressive, man. This is insane. How are they able to actually rotate and micromanage these waves so well in this situation with the Lord, with the pressure all on them, and Blacklist with the 3,000 gold lead? They're still able to withstand the pressure, and once more coming in, opening up themselves into this Lord.
You know, speaking of which, the Feathered Airstrike as well as the Yin Yang Overturn have been used for Onic Esports so far. Nobody really wants to commit to this, and I guess they're just waiting for Boots to get his flicker back up before they engage, I suppose?
Wise and Boots are just... there's a mini battle that's happening here.
Yeah.
The aggro of the Lord, man. I have to nerd out a bit if I were to explain it, but put simply, they're trying to... for Blacklist International, they're trying to reset the Lord. For Onic, specifically Boots, he wants to reset the Lord as soon as possible. CW already!
Oh, he's got hit by the Yin Yang Overturn this time. He's at 50% HP. Not exactly a comfortable position here. Wise going to get hit by the damage. It's going to be the Flame Shot that comes through, but it hits Koopa. Drian has an interesting position here, but does have the Wings by Wings to get on out of there. Blacklist going to take priority over the Lord once again.
And I think that's it. I think the Lord is going to be taken away by Blacklist International. Look at CW. He was way too low. He now has to go and manage that top side. This is going to be either a steal or Blacklist just taking it all out. Boots wants to go in.
Daytona's Welcome going to be locking him and the time being here. The steal, it doesn't seem possible as Wise has already got the Retribution. Haji doing a great job getting on top of Keyboy so far, but that's going to be Winter's Truncheon gets punished by Drian. Edward in the back line, trying to make time, but CW actually makes it happen. He's doing it. Already taking all my Venus as well as Haji in the process. Boots very, very low, but Sans is going to keep Edward at bay. Lord falls into the hands of Blacklist International. Oh, and it's going to be Uranus that's going to take them down. A little sad to see, of course, but so far Edward continuing to be an absolute nuisance as Oheb is going to be walking up. Keyboy, unfortunately, taking a little bit of damage from Nibiru's Passion.
What the heck is going on? This is not supposed to happen, man. 3 inhibitor turrets down. Blacklist International marching into the base with the Enhanced Lord. I don't know what's going to happen. Let's just see.
Well, Ara does hit on Uranus so far. Keyboy so low! Dies over Godlike coming in from Oheb, and now he's going to be taking out Sans as well as Edward creates the space. They have done it. That's game number 1. A triple kill for Oheb, cracking the crystal. GG. Well played for Blacklist International.
Calm, collected. Too much because look at the early game from Blacklist. That is one scary early game, man. But until the airline's taking us to Lanadon.
Well, it is time. This is it. Elimination or game 3 for Onic Esports here. It's going to be... Ooh. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait. Is Keyboy in trouble here? Haji is already going straight in for him. Double flicker coming up. Oheb finding the first blood. Even before introducing the teams, Blacklist wanting to finish this off quick.
Oh, brutal.
Keyboy really overstepped in there. I would say it was far too deep, and I think that he wanted to kind of stop the Kimi from jungling. The thing is, Matilda was on the case already, and he did not respect that at all. Again, this is a mid lane Cho, who's actually level 3 at this point. Might have taken one jungle creep away from Onic Esports. I'm not so sure.
Yeah, this is interesting. They're going to get a quick level 4 for Haji as soon as possible as they continue to start harassing him. Keyboy doing a good job, just, trying to make sure that he makes up for the initial mistake. Babysitting Sans so far to make sure that Oh My Venus doesn't harass him too hard. But Wise, on the other hand, continuing his absolute onslaught here. Going to be I think he's trying to get Boots low enough to set up for a potential dive, more importantly.
That's exactly what's happening right now. They're zoning away Boots from that gold, from that XP lane, but Drian has come.
See that almost all of the lanes are getting or won by Blacklist International, and that's very natural for this composition. Their lineup is tailored towards the early game. What they needed to do is just to clear the wave as fast as possible. Maybe not go for the kills, but if they can get the kills, go for it. Just poke their opponents and get the objectives. They will take out the turtle this time. No trades from Onic Esports whatsoever, as they will have to play so passively in this game.
Well, I mean, let's see how passive it's really going to get here. Because, you know, we know for a fact that Onic Esports will be, you know, extra passive. They know that they've got some great scaling on their side. But Blacklist International, are they going to take the initiative here? Because, I mean, Haji has been, he's been getting these killer instincts online very early on.
What I do want to talk about is, okay, the items, again, we've just started. Again, there's not going to be a lot to talk about right now, but I want to talk about the Nathan in the jungle. All right, Wolf, Nathan in the jungle, this is one of the heroes that you put into B tier in your tier list. You've actually said that the Nathan is much better in the gold lane. Why do you think that Onic is still trying to play this in the jungle? Why do you think that Onic PH also did the same thing?
Yeah, this is really just a style for both the Onic squads. They love farming, and they know that they can get by with their macro play. It is in the B tier because it's easy to contest. As you saw from Blacklist International, they already are trying to be aggressive against that Nathan, and oh my god.
Yeah, speaking of aggressive, CW gonna get punished so hard as they give the kill over to Oheb here. Good setup coming in from Oh My Venus, and you know, Haji making sure, keep, like LaFell said, keep it simple. Yeah. Guarantee these kills even if you have to use big resources.
CW was able to clear the minion wave, by the way, so that's also a play that you have to look when you go for the kills. Surely you'll get the kills, but they will not be able to convert into a push. So, with all due fairness from CW, he took what he can get that time.
Well, speaking of which, Sans not taking a good amount of damage. Already used the Entropy. The superposition does do a lot of damage, but so far he hasn't built his first item yet, so we're still waiting for more.
That is just not good right now for the side of Onic Esports. 1.2 thousand gold lead for the side of Blacklist International. And Onic, look at Sans. He's zoned away! Oh my god!
Edward finds it, but here comes the refrag. Immediately we are seeing Drian take him out. And he also takes the purple buff at the same time. Very nicely done.
Okay, Drian came out to play. So far, back-to-back games with the Farsa. Still is a big lead for Blacklist International, but this is as we expected it will be. Now, Wise is going to be able to take out the turtle. Second one at just 4 minutes and 22 seconds.
Oh, wait, Venus gets pulled all the way under that turret, and Keyboy, he might be looking for a re-engage here.
Oh, there we go. Keyboy, he flickers under, and with the Holy Baptist, it gets the flicker out of Oh My Venus as well. Good trade of resources.
That was really, really good for Onic Esports, able to bait some fights, and now Oheb is going to be zoned away. Haji, though, we know how lethal he is on this. Just him doing moves is making me scared, man. He's not connecting onto anything, but I was just like, oh god, not again, dude.
You just see the G couldn't go, and you're just shaking.
Yeah.
Just keep on looking at his flicker. Please don't be out. Please don't be out.
Well, it's not out just yet. That's why Onic Esports trying to make a move on top, and you're going to get a replay.
Oh no, the timing! Oheb, is he surviving? Is he alive? Okay. Oheb is alive with 1 HP there, but looking back at this replay so far, Edward just doing a really good job. And you can see how fast he just times it well. So pixel perfect.
Yep. See that actually with the turtle buff onto the Kimi, the ultimate was quite strong, and Boots might be stepping into a bad spot and it reads into the situation.
Okay, all right, a bit of a potential bait there, but so far this purple buff, it's a little tough to be attained. Drian going to be drawing the line in the sand. Maximum Impact doesn't steal it either, but CW again getting punished on that top side is Haji and Oheb working hand in hand. Keep him occupied in the jungle and will snip off their gold laner.
Haji is just so annoying on this show, and now you really understand why people have just been banning or picking it away from him. He is lethal on it. You can see he doesn't miss a beat. Every time that flicker is up, he's always doing something, and in the bottom side as well, Onic losing on all fronts.
Big lead for Blacklist International at 6 minutes in. They are going to get the turret up top with Oheb just pushing out, so everybody just winning inside of Blacklist International. Big win condition for Onic Esports is to drag this game out and get the items onto Boots, get the attacking items for the Esmeralda, and then get the damage items for both Sans as well as CW. Maybe they can weather the storm and take it to the late game, but if they're not careful, Keyboy, by the way, very nice move from Keyboy to delay this. But instead, he might be punished.
Okay, he seems to be good. He's still holding up his holy healing for the right time. They're going to be sacrificing this turtle for bottom tier 1. And I mean, overall, these trades are okay, but they're getting a little bit more in terms of map control from the side of Onic. That's going to be a turtle slain here by the STB. Radiant armor being purchased by Oh My Venus.
7 hits now. They want to go for the mid lane push. Ooh, the classic.
The 1v1 is going great, but look at the mid, if we look over to the mid lane here, you can tell that, you know, Blacklist, they really want to crack open this mid-tier 1.
Yeah, the thing is for Onic right now, with the compositions, they are literally just waiting for the scaling to pop, right? They're just waiting for the power spikes. It is going to be a little bit more time until we see those items come up. But until then, it's really smart what they're doing. Even though they're 4-1 and the turrets and objectives have just been in favor of Blacklist, they have been able to actually equalize in the turrets. And now another fight goes in a little bit only. But yeah, Onic, this is what they need to do. Just keep on trading until you hit those power spikes. Then, when you get those items, when you get those levels, just pull the trigger.
Kiboy opted to go for the Radiant armor first. And with Onic Esports focusing their efforts into the mid lane, they have lost their turret in the bottom lane. And look at already Haji as well. So Oheb, they're preparing for the pincer maneuver. Eventually, if Suns will go for the kill, but of course, Haji will just have to commit the ultimate this time.
Yep, this time they're not going to get any punishment on CW, but here comes the Feather Airstrike once again by Drian to make sure that they are going to zone off. Maximum Impact gets eaten by Keyboy so far, but it's already past the 7 minute. I'm waiting for the Blacklist, you know, are they going to be turned up or what?
Yeah. Dude, Wise is level 12 to Sans is level 10. This is just going really well. Even if you scale Onic, Blacklist have Wise here to basically answer that late game with Oheb as well. And right now, sure, Onic, they are getting some trades, they are getting some gold back and some pressure back. But in the end, honestly, if they're getting outscaled by the Kimi, it's not going to be good either way.
And bonus gold can be taken by Blacklist International as the turtle will spawn in 5 seconds. This will be the 4th turtle. Again, this happens only if you're taking the turtle so quickly that every 2 minutes you refresh it and you focus on it. This is so much free gold that they are taking because this is not something that you can get out of the map from the minions, right? So Blacklist International further increasing their lead this time, and at 9 minutes, they want to group up to the middle.
Haji, he's finding one, and he gets on top of Keyboy here. Maximum Impact already being used as well, but it's going to be an instant kill coming up with Oheb, who has Renner right now. Boots down some trouble. Feather Airstrike being held up still. HP's already been popped up in the super position as well. He's got the stacks, but the turret goes down. Good siege coming in from Blacklist International. Ooh, CW uses the recoil trap to actually lock down Edward, getting a good trade against CW so far.
Beautiful by Blacklist International. That siege was amazing. The way that they baited that Feather Airstrike as well. Haji, again, this man, now I know, now you know, this MVP machine, yeah, for sure. He's definitely the MVP right now, man. Oh my god, it's just so scary. Again, I keep on looking at his flicker because every time he has it, he just makes things happen.
Well, next play coming in about 78 more seconds here as Onic is forced to group up. They refuse to let go of any tier 2s across the map, but CW can only do so much headward. The moment he cracks this, he wants to go on CW. I know it! He wants it! Come on, do it! No! It's gonna be Sans and CW who zone him away. Good read here. After finding Holy Baptism on towards Wise, they punish the jungler instead.
All right, finally they're on the board. Somewhere they're able to get a pick off onto Wise. That's going to be really, really good, giving some time for Sans to scale back up. But now, finally, let's take a look at the items. Sans has that Blade of Despair and that Hunter's Fury, whereas Wise already has the Glowing and the Ice Queen Wand, plus that Athena Shield to add more onto the defense. And this is just really scary because they do so much damage and they're just so tanky as well. Feather Airstrike won't be a problem whatsoever.
Wow, Oheb just took, okay, he took the hit from it, but if we look in terms of the damage, Drian recently purchasing his his Lightning Truncheon as well. He should be doing a little bit more, but the Athena Shield already complete from Oheb.
It's right, which allows for the defense so that he can really just man up and maybe take some hits before going down or before having to use his rollout. By the way, Oheb has been phenomenal with his sniper from back-to-back games. Also using it to actually siege from a distance where the turret will not be able to reach him. And I think that this is the time where you say Beatrix 2 OP.
Wait, deja vu.
They're going back in. Haji's looking for opportunities as they've already used. Oh, wait, hold on. The Holy Baptism locking him down just in time. I was expecting him to flicker, but no, we don't see it. Blacklist back away. Good defense coming in from Onic Esports despite the engagement from Oh My Venus.
Yeah, that was really, really scary for a second for Blacklist International. You know, Venus,
Haji.
he went,
he finds it! He finds makes sense, and it's too late. He's already down. Even the feathered airstrike won't be able to do much here. As we see Edward going into the back line and punching Jian out of position. Oh my Venus cannot capitalize more on this, but a good fight for the side of the Blacklist International.
Oh, Haji, the MVP machine as he's called, but this show is just so scary and like I said, this is played in the mid lane role, okay? This is not a roaming Cho, so he's eventually gonna get items. And right now, 1, 0, and 4, 5 out of the 6 kills of Blacklist International were with him. And just like that, Blacklist International waited for the 12-minute mark to attack the Lord this time, and Haji already positioning himself. This will be an easy Lord take for Blacklist unless Onic Esports tries.
Well, Boots is going to get hit by the Circle Eagle G and gets knocked out of his feather airstrike. Boots manages to hold strong. Lord is taken away by Y so far, but now they want to capitalize on the situation. Keyboy is holding and being the holy healing, but now Onic Esports back away entirely. Once they don't have that feather airstrike, it is tough, but can they open up mid-tier 1? Yes, they're going to crack it open just in time. Maximum impact does not connect.
That was really good for Onic Esports. Even though Blacklist International got the Lord, they know. You know, Onic, they understand, oh, you use all your resources onto the Lord. Let's try to go for something right now. Even though Boots was taken really low, he knows exactly that, okay, Blacklist, they can't kill me. With the help of the Rafaela healing, with that Holy Baptism as well, locking them down, I can get the Falling Star Moon very, very easily. But Drian, this is why Haji... Stop, Haji, stop. This is just so scary. Every time he's in a bush, every time he's just somewhere on the map, you know something is going to happen. And Onic, they need to now understand that this can keep on happening if they keep on doing this. Sans and CW and Drian, these 3 members, please play behind. Do not show yourself until Haji has made a move.
Oh, here we go. Luminous Floor going to be crashing in towards the top inhibitor here. It goes down relatively fast. Good high ground defense so far, but Haji, 3 more seconds until his worker comes back up, and then you know what's going to happen here. Is the tier 2s are going to be going down. Boots still standing in the front line, making sure that he's blocking as many shots while he is still alive. We don't see much happening for Blacklist International. They're not going to engage.
By the way, Haji actually also picked up the roam boot, so this is a double roam setup coming up from Blacklist International. I would imagine that they picked this up once after the 9-minute mark, which means that Haji can go for another maybe conceal, or perhaps they put the conceal on Haji and the favor onto Oh My Venus.
Yeah,
Not
that can be the
entirely
case. That can be the case. But again, Onic Esports' draft, this is where they shine, right? The defense. They noticed in game number 1, they were just getting out, the team fights were just not going in their favor. So now in this game, with the draft, they want to play for the defense. It's very similar to the game against Onic PH in Group B. Let's see if they're able to pull off a similar comeback here. But at this point, it's very one-dimensional. But at least right now, they have scaled.
Yep, and now Boots is going to be getting on top of Oheb so far. He's still chasing him down, but Oh My Venus is going to pull him away with guiding winds. Onic Esports looking for any sort of opportunities, but even Falling Star Moon does not connect on anybody. Edward looking on top of Boots. He's already got the KO strike. We're seeing sense. He's already dropped the entry just in case Boots needs help. He's going to be able to take his orange buff so far, and even the maximum impact doesn't come off in time. But Boots now getting absolutely shredded by Wise by the chemical reaction so far. Going to get topped off once again by Keyboy.
This is just so tense, man. 3,000 only for Blacklist International. They have the turret lead and that Lord lead. I mean, they have everything on the board right now, but still, Onic Esports managed them somehow make this close, fighting back. But honestly, their composition, they scale up. Now with CW, Boots, Drian, and Sans having those items, this might be the time where they can try to look for some comebacks. They've traded really well up until this point, only, you know, losing 1 turret, basically, on Blacklist International.
Wow, look at this. This is where you say, why is this allowed? Why is this allowed? Well, the game allows it, so...
Yeah, I guess it's one of those things where you're like, I guess it's legal, but now Boots coming in, already using his ultimate to get on top of Y so far to try and zone them away here, but Haji all by himself, he loses his immortality here. They go punch and Keyboy gets on top of him, already with the Holy Baptism. Him out of position now. Drian finds the punish here, but Edward, he's pushing out on top of the bottom inhibitor. Actually, there's going to be 2 on the recall.
What? That was beautiful. Again, Onic Esports, they've been playing to their drafts perfectly. Sure, they have been losing out on the gold in and everything, basically in the early stages, but that's what their composition was built for. This is a scaling comp. As long as we are able to trade, wait up until those power spikes. This is what I mentioned. I set this up, and this is exactly what happened. They are playing it smart. They're playing it through the draft, and now, look, the tides are starting to shift.
That's always the question. When is the time where you can say that Onic Esports now have got the advantage? So far, 16 minutes in, around the 18-minute mark, and maybe around the 23-minute mark, most importantly, that it is dead even when it comes to the goal already. The lead doesn't matter, and it means that Onic Esports will have the better firepower. The real question is, their tankiness, their sustain, is it already scaled up? Because that's one thing that they also need to solve against Blacklist.
Well, here we go. Edward looking for some angles here. Men are doing some good damage on towards CW so far, but now they're going to commit to it. Haji is going to get locked down in place. He's done it. Keyboy locked it up with the Holy Baptism, and now they're going in. CW doing some good damage, but OHEB and Nibiru's Passion already fighting one on top of CW so far, but this fight is over. Onic Esports find what they were looking for. Blacklist International is on the run.
Oh my God, we expected a banger and we're gonna get it, man. The Lord taken away for 3 members. And look, Onic Esports, they might be going for this. They might be going for the inhibitor turret. Sure, they have the Lord, but oh, there you go. The bombardment comes in, and that is gonna be the further airstrike popped.
Yeah, but they do have the defense, right? It's OHEB. 9 seconds. In 8 seconds, Haji will be there as well as Wise. And it is very unlikely that Onic Esports will get any push at all. Now they have to answer the big minions that's running through top and the bottom lane. And now it's dead even. It's gonna be a question on who gets the better initiation nowadays, or maybe the better itemization.
No, honestly, it's not. I don't think it's longer. I don't really think it's gonna be that anymore, man. I don't think it's the engage or the items or anything. Onic have simply just outscaled Blacklist International. What Blacklist needs to do is play the macro, all right? They need to play with the pressure that they already have. If not, if they just go for the 5v5s, that again, this is Blacklist style 5v5. I don't think they're gonna win. They need to get very specific very specific catches to be able to win these team fights.
Yeah, you know why? Because all of the magic defense is already up for Onic Esports, and that means that the Kimi will not deal as much damage. And for OHEB, if they don't find the opening for OHEB, I mean, look at Onic Esports. The moment they find OHEB, Boots will be there. So far, I would say the most phenomenal gameplay so far has been coming up from Boots.
Yes.
Even at the, I just can't. The math doesn't check out. I mean, he's been doing so well in this game, despite them trailing so heavily. And guess what? Boots hasn't died yet.
He only has 3 assists, as a matter of fact. So it's tough to see, but here we go. Boots trying to open up the map so far. He's dancing so close, but the conceal coming in from Onic. Maybe this could be a potential flicker coming in from Keyboy. Nope, he's just gonna back off.
You know, in Indonesia, a lot of the Indonesian fans basically called Onic Esports Boots Esports for the regular season. The fact of the matter is, this man, he's the regular season MVP in MPLID, and you can finally see why. He starts to shine when his team needs him the most, and right now, he is literally the core in this team. Right? Sure, the most damage won't come from him, but he is going to be, everyone's playing around him. He is the frontliner, he's the sole one, able to engage, able to make these plays and set up for his team.
He's the anchor, definitely, for Onic Esports. And not only that, in the early stages, when you saw the Blacklist International was just leading and controlling the map, he didn't die while also taking care of the minion waves.
Speaking of which, Wise now in some trouble here. He's on the run, and we're here to kind of peel him off, and their airstrike is going to be complete so far with the entropy already coming out, but you can see that the maximum impact, it's starting to shred, and it's going to come to a point where it's going to be consistent bombardment from it.
That was insane, honestly. Very scary. CW still able to run away with the flicker. Actually, the immortality has not been popped yet, but Blacklist in that fight as well. Haji and Edward, they got a really good pick. And as you can see, it still didn't work, right? The healing is too much, but wait a minute. Conceal.
But Onic, no, they're expecting this! They're looking for it, but Sans, he's gonna get locked down now! Does he make it out? He's trolling! No, he's alive! He manages to pull on through! Dream with a feather airstrike, zones the rest of the offense.
On the way!
But Sans still is alive! Haji is gonna be the first to fall! His immortality's already broken here. He's gonna be going over! They find 2 for nothing! Is Boots still on the run?
Happy feet! Wombo combo! Sans! What was that? Holy, that was beautiful, man!
Beautiful footwork coming out from Sans, actually dodging every single thing that Edward threw in him, and he survived the initialization. He still has got the immortality, and now Boots as well as the gang there on the run. Oh my goodness!
Oh, that's going to be the Holy Baptism already up. Blacklist International have to defend. The maximum impact lands on towards Sans' side. He's getting confident. He's getting very cocky. And here comes Boots going straight in with a falling star move. Drian is with a feathered airstrike blowing the front line up, and they go for the finish. Onic Esports pull, but it's going to be whether they live or they get sent back home. It's Onic Esports up against Blacklist International. I have to take a deep breath for that one. I am so nervous for both of these teams. this has got to be so much pressure and so much stress.
Well, let's go then. Fans everywhere, chat right now. Hashtag go Onic or hashtag break the code. We want to see who has the most feisty fans right now as we are already into this game.
It's going to be a real skills matchup into the side lanes. Lapu Lapu versus the Hylos. It's kind of easier for the Hylos for sure, but in a way that Edward can make the plays for as well. Top lane is the more even one in a way.
I think it's the more, yeah, I would agree with you. It's definitely the more even one. Nobody's really going to get anywhere unless they want to get really, really ballsy with the mechanics so far. But you can tell that Blacklist International already moving up there to change the odds in towards Beatrix's favor.
Oh, very nice pokes coming out from Oh My Venus already with the Soul Bloom. Just extra damage that you get is also, that also means extra strength in that side lane. And already they have denied 1 or 2 minions away from CW. Kind of means that Oheb will get to level 3 faster than Onic Esports would love.
Very much so. And now, again, you can see the Keyboy already rotating to the top side. Blacklist trying to make something happen here. Also going for the vertical jungling. Both of the jungles trading spots, but it is going to be Blacklist just picking up the pace in that top side. We'll just back away once again as they both want to go for the neutral objective at this point.
You can see that Onic Esports are kind of trading ban when it comes to wave clear as Suns.
Ooh, it's tough. It's really, really tough here to go for, but he does get the cancel on that another airstrike. Could they punish onto Oh My Venus here? Normos is already coming up as Haji as well as Oh My Venus slowly back away. Wise now into trouble. He's lost position. Daytona's Walker is going to come down. He's trying to salvage the situation as long as possible. Edward in the back already coming as the Braveless Warrior comes in with the Rage Blade. Finds the kill onto towards Keyboy immediately and will be going down to the Phantom Execution. He survives a little bit longer. Kill going over to Boots. Oh, is there any more? Nope. Looks like they finally go for the reset. But CW, oh, he's looking for the opportunity to get on top of Haji.
Double lane treatment for CW for a bit. But they still want to give it to Drian. The call out was, okay, go back to your lane. I need this farm. Drian, as the Sicilian, needs all of the stacks, needs to farm up. And it kind of means that Onic Esports might have a little bit of an edge when it comes to late game scaling. However, I did like the move coming out from Onic Esports. They forced 2 flickers on both Haji as well as Oh My Venus in the mid lane, and then eventually punished Wise in that turtle fight. However, Edward was phenomenal with the Lapu Lapu, salvaging that fight. Eventually, now it's Blacklist International in the lead.
Every time I see the Pharsa low and a Clint, I would just think, oh my god, it's a Sin moment. It's a Sin moment when he just flickers forward and goes for the kill. But yeah, again, for the side of Onic Esports, what they need to do is very similar from the first game. Just play it safe, but maybe Blacklist just not going to give that opening to Onic right now. Look at the pressure.
Yeah, they're controlling this river line for so long. It's kind of tough to actually, you know, get the pressure that they're looking for on these side lanes. But let's pull up the item list so far. As we see Wise trying to zone out CW from this side to continue to put pressure on towards his top. But now here comes Sans as well as Keyboy. The rest of the team is coming on through. It's going to be Oh My Venus pulling him out of that situation as Oheb uses Nibiru's passion to clear the wave as quickly as possible. Even the gold crab getting taken away by Wise.
Just surprised in how pixel perfect each player plays this. I mean, even Wise, he activated the so-called teamwork to kind of assume where CW will be, and CW did not roll into that area. And by that, they were able to dodge that skill coming out from the Barats. And then eventually, they also dodged the Nibiru's passion.
Oh, here comes Sans. He wants to get on top of OYV as the perfect execution it comes out, but it really does not matter. Drian to try to deter everybody else. The dive has failed, and now they back away. At least no harm, no foul.
Yeah, the thing is, it's really good for a setup onto the turtle, right? You get someone to recall, and that is Venus the guy. Oh my god, it's going to be the cage catching 2 members. But again, it's all just for the setup, and right now on Esports, they just don't have the resources to be able to just contest this turtle. They are going to give it away.
Yep.
The big advantage of having a jungling Barats is that you get easy access to the objectives, particularly the turtle. It's just very difficult to contest the Barats just taking the objectives, right? And Onic Esports did not even try at all. The only way for them to be able to secure a turtle or a neutral objective is that if they poke Blacklist International so low that they have to back down.
I mean, let's not forget that, you know, the perfect execution as well as Sicilian's ult already being expanded in that initial top dive. And I think that was also one of the couple of reasons. Like, yes, it is difficult, but also, you know what? We're not going to risk it. We really don't have good odds. Might as well give it away. We'll find an opening elsewhere.
That being one of the
Oh my
closest ones.
god.
Ooh.
What was that damage? Excuse me. That was
Yeah.
literally just from Wise and the twin blades of Edward. Oh my god. Half HP taken away. And this is the thing. Edward and Wise. Wise is 2 levels ahead of Sans. And in the top side, Blacklist are really pushing the pace.
Yep, they want to punish Boots here so far on this Hylos. He pops down the glorious pathway, and it looks like, I mean, they get him low, but really doesn't matter. It is Hylos. Sans is there to cover him for now. But let's not forget that currently Wise a full level ahead and pressure being absorbed here. Edward going to be taking bot tier 1.
Yeah. One of the specials of Edward is that he is great at this split pushing. And they find openings with this Lapu-Lapu. Also takes advantage of the mobility that the Lapu-Lapu has. And then, of course, layer their stuns with this Edward play. So, unlike the previous games, Blacklist International are now utilizing all of their members in the early stage, 6 minutes in.
I think they're also utilizing their wave clear, right? To get priority?
Yeah, they are utilizing their wave clear, but again, what they need to understand right now is that they do not have the lane pressure anywhere right now, right? The thing is that mid control is just all on the hands of Blacklist International. The downside of picking the Sicilian, yes, you can scale to the late game, but in that early stage, up to the mid game, you can kind of say you're useless, right? You can't roam as fast as the far side. You can't help around anywhere on the map except for that mid lane. And even in the mid lane, you're not going to be able to do a whole lot of damage. The only thing you really provide is that cage, right? Getting the CC done, but even that is hard to land.
It is very hard to land, and it's always like, okay, it's very strong when it comes to like the damage output as well as the lockdown, but can you land it? That's the problem.
Yep, we're seeing Hylos already be dropping down the glorious pathway here just to ensure, draw a line in the sand, say, hey, Blacklist International, we don't want you taking on mid tier 1. We saw what happened with that. We saw what happened the last time. Better not. We're not going to make the same mistake.
In game number 2, we saw Blacklist International get to 4 turtles, and it seems like it is indeed the trajectory that Blacklist International wants to go for. 91 seconds from this time means that they will get another turtle.
Well, here we go. Ever engaging onto CW. Rage Blade being used as well. CW cannot get out of this. This is going to be a kill pick from Blacklist International. A little sad. And even CW, he knew that it wasn't worth flickering.
Yeah, again, it was just him caught out, right? If you use a flicker, it's going to be wasted completely. Edward has already popped that ultimate. Wise has put all his resources down there. So what Onic needs to do, again, is just look for the trades constantly. Just wait for this Sicilian to become a threat.
Oh, good vision.
Up here comes the siege once again. Wise and as well as Haji doing a phenomenal job. But Boots is holding the lane back, making sure that this tier 1 stands tall, and he will sacrifice as much HP as possible to do so. Good shots, but you can see that Oheb, he's just slowly chipping away at it.
This is illegal, man. Look, it's going to be him taking it without the minions. The mid lane turret will fall.
Should not be allowed at all.
Oh my god. Blacklist International, once again, 5,000 gold lead in the 8th minute of the game. Onic Esports Boots, he's able to zone away the members, but for how long? It seems like it is inevitable this time around because, again, Blacklist, very unlike the second game, they have a scaling comp as well. They have this late game, they have the pressure, and they have a very tanky front line.
Yep, it's stressful. It's stressful so far, but Onic, they're playing hyper defensively here, and it's they haven't made too many crazy plays at all. And more importantly, Keyboy is making sure when he opens up the map, he's playing it. He's also stutter stepping. He's walking in, slowly pulling back just in case he gets a reaction if somebody's in the brush.
Don't want to be in this position if you're the Lancelot. You want to always go for the kill. So far, Sans is 0-0 and 1 because they only have 1 kill total. It's because they can't get control of the map.
Oh, here we go. Another engagement comes down as they manage to back away here. Good hit as they pull back Keyboy. Oheb does not miss.
Oheb on this Beatrix, 3 games in a row. This guy is on a roll. Even when in the game that they lost, they were so dominant. He was so dominant in the lane on this Beatrix. And right now, again, it is going to be a free lord for the side of Blacklist International.
9 minutes. It's the ultimate bonding experience we're talking about. And it's easy for Blacklist International to just take over the map. The vision that Blacklist International are able to get is just way too superior compared to Onic Esports, as Onic Esports cannot go deep.
And this time around, their high ground is only on CW and the side, oh my god, side of Sicilian, right? So these 2 members only. And Drian, he hasn't scaled up to the point where he's a huge threat right now. It might be over before it even starts for Onic.
That's definitely a big scary factor for all of Onic Esports fans now. They do have great late game, but will we approach late game? That's the question. Is Blacklist, they're snowballing through.
They're snowballing a lot, and this is the biggest lead we've seen thus far coming in between both of the teams.
4K.
Yep, it's 9K now, and it's about to be, it might even be an inhibitor if they do this right. Here comes a Feather Airstrike once again. Edward already going to be sacrificing his life for the greater good, as Boots already absorbing as much as he can. He still makes it out, flickers over the wall for safety. The next wave is coming in through. Perfect execution coming out for the side of Sands here. Will they survive? Can they hold it? Yes, they hold the inhibitor strong, but Ohem says, nah, false hope. I'm breaking it regardless.
Oh my goodness. This Renner plays from Ohem. You know, I think that Oheb and all of the Beatrix fans out there, they might be blaming Oheb for a nerf in the next patch. This performance, it kind of asks for a nerf, right?
It kind of does, but once again, they're doing it just like in Game 1 as Onyx performed against Blacklist. Now Boots going in for an engagement on top of Oh My Venus. Daytona's welcome is going to punish him here, and we're going in with the Justice Blade straight away. Rage Play into the back line. They have to pull through. Holy Baptism does not get them out of that situation, but oh my goodness. Wise making sure that, he finds it again. You look away for a second and blink, he's gone.
Oheb with the snipes. This guy, the Filipino sniper right now. But look at this, man. This is Onic literally on their doors. This is gonna be Blacklist International. Keep on going in, and man, it is looking ferocious. It is looking like a disaster for Onic.
Yep, it's not looking good at all. Sands has to use the perfect execution to get on out of there, but Boots, he's trying his very best. He can tank only so much damage, but his members need to stop getting hit by this Filipino sniper.
Oh, and it does not miss. The thing is, Blacklist International are really making it so that he is activated. They really make the way so that Oheb will be in great position. They have the Lapu-Lapu as well as the Matilda to just peel through the members of Onic Esports, and Wise always makes sure that he is always near the vicinity of Oheb so that whenever Onic Esports wants to initiate, he's there for the Daytona's welcome so that he'll eventually stop the aggression for Onic Esports. And not to mention Haji as the vision provider for Blacklist International. That Feathered Airstrike really zones out the members of Onic Esports so much. This is big trouble for Onic Esports as 12 minutes into this game, they're down by 10K.
I've brought this up before, but like when you see the 12-minute mark, this is almost checkmate in a lot of situations for a lot of these great teams. I really want to see how Onic Esports holds out here as Blacklist is going to be knocking on their door. Complete disrespect. They're walking right up into the base. They want to end this quick. Here it comes. We're already seeing the engagement. Oheb finds it with the perfect execution, getting towards that back line. Daytona's welcome, not going to connect onto the right targets as Boots is managing to deny it. Edward is doing a great job. Rage Blades trying his best, finds the kill. A mega kill going over as Boots falls to the hands of Oheb. It's 2-0 so far, but the crystal is wide open, and Oheb gonna slowly chip away at the main base. Feathered Airstrike again. Keyboy can only do so much. CW in some trouble. Sands, he's trying to hold on. Thorn Rose cut through, doesn't get the combo. That's a third, and that is going to be it. Blacklist International move to the next round. GG.